Hey Cowboys Nation, what's up? It's your boy back here with another Cowboys News TV update, and man, I gotta say, this season has been, well, let's just say it hasn't exactly been the ride we were hoping for, right? We're all craving that Super Bowl win, that feeling of dominance we know this team is capable of, and frankly, it just hasn't been there. The whispers about changes, especially at the head coach position, have been getting louder and louder, and that's what brings us here today. We have some breaking news that shifts the landscape of the NFL, and it has a big impact on our Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about Bill Belichick and where he's not going. So buckle up, because this is a game changer. Before we dive in, if you're as passionate about the Cowboys as we are, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. So the big news that's shaking things up: Bill Belichick is reportedly finalizing a deal to become the head coach at North Carolina. Yes, you heard that right. North Carolina in college football. I know, it's a head scratcher. Just a month ago, the idea of Belichick leaving the NFL for the college ranks, especially for a program like North Carolina, would have seemed absolutely insane. But as we all know, the world of football, just like life, can throw some serious curveballs. This news, first reported by Adam Schefter, has sent shockwaves through the football world. Can you believe it? Chapel Hill is getting Chapel Bill. It's a move that nobody saw coming, and it completely changes the dynamics of the coaching carousel, especially for us Cowboys fans. It's a twist in the story that we definitely weren't expecting. It makes you wonder what was going through his mind. Was it a desire for a different challenge? A return to his roots, considering his father's history there? Whatever the reason, this decision has major implications for our beloved Cowboys. We want to know what you think about this move. Vote in the poll above. Did you see Belichick going to college football? Yes or no? Now let's talk about how this Belichick bombshell directly affects our Dallas Cowboys. For weeks, even months, there's been speculation, whispers, and even some outright shouts about the possibility of Belichick taking the reins in Dallas. You know, the dream scenario for many fans, bringing in a proven winner, a legendary coach, to finally break this drought. It was a tantalizing prospect, wasn't it? The idea of Belichick bringing his defensive genius and championship pedigree to Big D had many of us dreaming of Super Bowl rings. But with his move to North Carolina, that dream is officially dead, gone, off the table. This means the Cowboys front office has one less option to consider if they decide to move on from Mike McCarthy. It simplifies the coaching search in one way, but it also raises a crucial question: who's next? This development forces us to reevaluate the landscape of potential candidates and consider what direction the Cowboys will take. It's a significant shift, and it puts even more pressure on Jerry Jones and the front office to make the right decision. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise, and the next coaching hire could define the Cowboys' future for years to come. With Belichick out of the picture, the focus naturally shifts to other potential candidates. One name that has been consistently buzzing around the NFL is Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. He's young, innovative, and has orchestrated a high-powered offense in Detroit. He's exactly the kind of offensive mind many Cowboys fans are craving. However, a recent report from Albert Breer threw a bit of a wrench into the works. Breer highlighted two key criteria Johnson is looking for in his next head coaching gig: organizational alignment, particularly between the GM and the head coach, and a willingness from the organization to acknowledge and fix past mistakes. Now let's be honest, when you look at the Cowboys organization, these criteria raise some serious red flags. This season has been plagued by questions about roster construction, questionable free agency moves, and the handling of key player contracts. And let's not forget the elephant in the room: the Jones family's apparent reluctance to admit any wrongdoing. This raises a big question. Does Dallas truly meet Johnson's requirements? It's a tough pill to swallow, but it seems like the Cowboys might be at a disadvantage in the pursuit of Johnson. While it's not impossible for him to end up in Dallas, it certainly seems less likely given these reports. We want to hear your take. Do you think the Cowboys front office is willing to meet Ben Johnson's criteria? Vote yes or no in the poll above. So, if Belichick is out and Ben Johnson seems like a long shot, Where does that leave the Cowboys? Well, there are other names floating around. We could see retread options like Mike Vrabel, who has a proven track record, or Brian Flores, a defensive-minded coach with a history of success. On the other hand, the Cowboys could look at some first-time head coaches, perhaps even someone from within their own division, like Aaron Glenn, the Lions defensive coordinator and a former Cowboy himself. There are even some more outside-the-box options, like giving Cliff Kingsbury another shot or taking a gamble on Joe Brady. And let's not forget the possibility of bringing Kellen Moore back, completing his full circle with the team. But here's the million-dollar question. Are any of these options significantly better than Mike McCarthy? Are they so much better that they justify a complete overhaul of the coaching staff and potentially the team's philosophy? This isn't about settling for mediocrity. It's about making a smart, strategic decision. We all want the Cowboys to be the best version of themselves, to finally break this long championship drought. But is a coaching change the only answer? If the front office can finally acknowledge their mistakes from this season and commit to real, tangible changes in how they operate, there might be merit in giving McCarthy another chance. It's debatable whether they should have extended him after last season, but they didn't, and now they have to deal with the consequences. Perhaps a stable and well-planned offseason could help McCarthy return to the form that saw him win 12 games consistently. It's not the ultimate goal, but that kind of consistency is a crucial step in the right direction. We want to know what you think. In the comments below, tell us, should the Cowboys give Mike McCarthy another chance, or is it time for a fresh start with a new head coach? So to recap, the news of Bill Belichick heading to North Carolina has thrown a major wrench into the potential coaching carousel for the Dallas Cowboys. It removes a high-profile option and forces the team to seriously consider other candidates, including the possibility of sticking with Mike McCarthy. The situation with Ben Johnson and his criteria for a new team adds another layer of complexity. Ultimately, the Cowboys front office faces a critical decision. They need to carefully evaluate all available options and, perhaps most importantly, take a hard look in the mirror. Are they willing to make the necessary changes to create a winning environment? Are they willing to admit their mistakes and learn from them? The future of the franchise hinges on these questions. This isn't just about finding a new coach. It's about creating a culture of accountability and success. We, as Cowboys fans, deserve better than what we've seen this season. We deserve a team that competes for championships year in and year out. And that starts with making the right decisions at the top. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear your thoughts on this whole situation. And as always, thanks for tuning in to Cowboys News TV. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on all the latest Cowboys news, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. We appreciate your support, and every new subscriber helps us grow this community. We're aiming for 12,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can get there. Before we go, we want to know your final prediction. In the comments below, tell us, who will be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys in 2025?